Hey, where do we even start? Well, I suppose with the regular intro of, hey everyone, Spazzy Dragon here, aka, you get the drill. So, welcome to the first episode of Spazzy's Garage. Again, I'll be completely honest with you, I really wanted to make this series a little bit sooner. The problem here, however, is that up until recently, and by recently I mean about 2 to 3 years ago, I wasn't really fond of people knowing the names of my characters because I really loved to do stupid things and that required a certain degree of anonymity, or whatever the name is. But with that certain feeling kind of decreasing over time, I suppose there's no harm in people knowing the names of my characters, and I will also, again take this opportunity to talk about the characters, the ships, and the IDs that I fly, and the ones that I don't fly, for example if it's a character that I don't really like to fly, and talk about what you can do on the ship like this, how it came to be, etc, etc. So, today we are going to start off with this green little beast. It is as you can already see, a Mjolnir super heavy fighter, Rainland origin, and it is kind of an oddity because this is the first character on my first account, or at least the one that the launcher shows as the first account. The name of the character is Mercenary Mjolnirmerc, and the first thing you can instantly see is that it is in New York. This is a Mjolnir in New York. So I know that a lot of people are going to go like, oh well, obviously it's a unlawful ship with, for trolling lawful players because lol military, random military in New York. Not exactly. If we open up our character reputation over here, you will actually notice that I'm full flashing fucking green with the Liberty Navy. And that is the gist of the character. It currently only has 6 in-game hours, so it's not like it's a ship that I fly a lot, but this was a gimmick. And you will actually know that a lot of the characters that I make these days are mostly gimmicky in their build or flight style or ship style or, because, let's face it, I've been here for so many years that I've pretty much kind of lost any interest on seriously, serious kind of thought into my characters these days. So I'm currently more looking at the overall gameplay experience and how amusing it is for me to log into the game and actually have fun instead of building the characters, because well, I mean, it's going to be kind of obvious as more of these videos come out. You will quickly see that there's no actual in-depth roleplay idea behind most of these characters, and the ones that I used to have that I really had a lot of roleplay going for, like Arthur Degar, the Nomad Disciple thing, I don't know, frickin' Dan Prosper with the LNS Long Range Justice, Matthew Allerton, the Junker slash Xeno thing. Those are the characters that I've more or less retired by now, and I currently, when I log into the game, I mostly focus on the overall gameplay aspect. Yes, mostly PvP, but I hope you can forgive me for that, because I'm not actually good at PvP, especially when it comes to snubs. This is actually one of the few snubs that I have, and at least with this much time on it. And, considering it actually is flown, maybe not on a regular basis, but it still exists. It has to be fun enough. And, yeah, this thing has a certain degree of charm to it. So the first thing you will notice is that I'm currently running at a 75% power core, and that is to be expected because this is a freelancer ID with a house military tech. For example, if I wanted to change this thing to, say, a Guardian or Avenger or maybe a cup holder, I will also would get 75%. Not really a problem. So, for the loadout is actually very simple and straightforward. We have 2 Sidewinder missiles because I love the range on these things. I could have went for a Firestalker Sidewinder combo, but I really love this 2K range. It's kind of comfortable, so that's what I have. I only have 25 shots of this, but it's still good. depth turrets, and this is actually something that you kind of want to see on this particular ship that I actually really hate. One good thing is that the weapon grouping is actually very close together. The two missiles are on the sides over here, so it means that the rest of the guns are really close together, really easy to aim with. But the higher it goes, the less guns fire, so there we go, now we're firing all of our guns. Now, here's the thing, this thing actually has a heavy bomber power plant, if I'm not mistaken, and with a 75% nerf, it actually is kind of slow to recharge. Right, so, this is a choice that I still do not know whether or not is a good one or a bad one. This is a double Minirazor super heavy fighter. Ooh, if only I knew how to aim razors, guys. I would be really, really happy with this. Right now, I wouldn't say that this particular character of mine is actually really good at PvP, especially when it comes to group fights, for example. But let's just say that the double Minirazor actually allows for certain moments to be really, really easy. Because, as you'll see in a moment, if I fire both of these razors, it doesn't really actually take that much away from my core. So this is a really good ship when it comes to supporting gunboats, especially if you kind of want to keep a little bit more distance between you of them. So that's always a plus. Now the only problem is that this ship doesn't have a capability to actually mount bomber torpedoes like a Snack or Nova. And that actually works in its disfavor, in my opinion, because, well, okay, technically this would allow me to insta-kill a very heavy fighter, but if I encounter a hostile bomber, which by the way we can actually try and do right now, I think there was something around. What was that? That's a freelancer. Whatever. And I thought there was a. Oh well, never mind then. So yeah. Again, as I already said, this particular character is built on a gimmick, because, lol, I'm a lawful freelancer Liberty with an technically unlawful ship. A lot of people actually really complain about that, and you will probably see many people trying to tax me, and I do pay these demands, but it really seems that people don't care when you kind of are needed in a fight. So that's something to keep in mind. Actually, let's take a look and see what is going on in New York. There's actually a lot of people here, and they're probably fighting somewhere. So I suppose it's going to be the best idea for us to just, you know, fly around and look for the fight and see what happens. Alright, so as I'm flying around trying to find these guys, let's talk about the ship itself. Just like any super heavy fighter, it kind of focuses on raw firepower. As you can see, I have two Minirazors, but you could easily swap these out for, say, dual Starkiller torpedoes, or, well, not dual Starkillers. You probably would go better with a Starkiller slash Sunslayer. The Sunslayer actually doesn't track that well, but if the first one detonates very close to the other, they're gonna both do you know, considerable amount of damage. Something you'll also notice is that this thing actually has a fair bit less bots and bats than, say, a Spatial does. But then, at the same time, it's not as ugly or as wide as a Spatial. And again, as already said, all of the guns are very close together. Or at least these ones are. And so it makes it a lot more comfortable. I suppose if I don't really find anyone around here, I'll probably switch to Connecticut, so I can just, you know, show you what's going on with this thing. Hey, freelancer, cut your engines. That's a Wayne Bush that is being stopped by Jack O'Neill. That guy looked a little shady. He wasn't using the lanes. But, let's just see what is going on over here. And see what happens. As I continue to talk about this thing. Well, what else? My own personal thoughts on this thing? Wait, you're not even a freelancer. Oh, lovely. Oh, did you just scan the guy's ID and you realize that, oh, that's probably a pirate? Oh. But yeah. So what is this guy flying? That's an eagle. So, how my own experience actually work with this thing? I probably died more than I've killed. Negative days mine. That's good quality. That's good quality English, I think. And there, see this allows me to go into these groups a little bit easier because I'm actually flashing a Liberty Navy IFF, and they're usually a little bit less caring about the fact that I'm currently flying a Mjolnir. Looks like we're about to get a chance to test the ship in an actual PvP battle. Okay. Okay, let's see how this thing fares against an Eagle. I know for a fact that the Eagle is not really the best ship these days, and there's something about the shape of this thing that is kind of annoying to... Well, are you ready for me? Are you gonna fight me or not? Kinda don't wanna engage him. Okay, let's see. I actually haven't flown this thing in a while, so... Or is he waiting for me to actually take a shield below half? I don't know. Well, what about now? There we go. Yeah, he was waiting for me to drop a shield. Okay, so he scanned me, probably, and he knows that I only have actual shield busters on this thing. Although, that was really close to the mine I dropped. Oh. That was really off target. And he's early turning, so he's probably going to end up behind me most of the time. He is kind of sliding, though. That's actually something you don't want to... Again, I'm not Yeeber or high-class players like that. I don't actually have the chance to, you know, aim these things as well. So far, he has actually done damage to me, while I haven't. So, here's the thing, though. If I hit him, he's dead. No, he's smart. He's probably going to keep distance from me when his shield is down. Yeah, this guy is a little bit smarter than I thought he was.
I've got a bandit in my sights. Incoming missile. I have one in my sights, taking a shot. I've got a bandit in my sights. I have one in my sights, taking a shot.
The biggest problem with this particular ship is the 75% core, though.
I have one in my sights, taking a shot. I've got a bandit in my sights.
Looks like Jack O'Neill just noticed that I'm actually flying a Merc ship. And this guy's just running around in circles for me.
I've got a visual on hostile target, lining him up. I have one in my sights, taking a shot.
The fact that he's sliding is kind of problematic, as usual.
I've got a visual on hostile target, lining him up.
Technically, if he keeps this up, he can easily just outlast me.
Bandit in my sights. Got visual on hostile, tracking weapons. Lining up hostile. I have one in my sights, taking a shot. Scanning cargo.
Technically, I would just need one lucky hit on him.
I've got a bandit in my sights. I've got a bandit in my sights.
But right now, he has the upper hand because he's not just blindly dodging me. He can outlast me if he just takes a little bit of my hull.
Lining up hostile. I have one in my sights, taking a shot. I've got a visual on hostile target, lining him up. I've got a bandit in my sights. Homing in on bandit.
Well, the thing is, that's the thing, like, they can say that this guy is shield running, but it's not like this guy can actually do anything else. That's the problem with this loadout. Like, I am an insta-kill ship. I mean, this is not a torpedo or anything,
I have one in my sights.
but it's still an insta-kill ship. It's just that it actually needs some aiming.
Lining up hostile. Incoming missile. Hostile target is taken. This is Liberty Police, Omega 11 Freelancer, Alpha 1-1. You don't mind if I scan you for a little contraband, do you? Let this one go. We're too far. It's not worth it.
Now this guy now, he's going to... Seriously? Are you going to frickin' farm NPCs now?
I have one in my sights, taking a shot. Got visual on hostile, tracking weapons. I've got a bandit in my sights.
Thing is, I can't really use a lot of energy either, because otherwise I won't have enough to fire the Minirazors.
Taking a shot. I've got a shield fail. Incoming missile.
Now he's probably going to attack me a little bit more. Ooh.
I'm engaging
Close.
Freelancer, Alpha 16. Incoming missile. Shield restored. Homing in
32.
I've got a visual on hostile target. Lining him up.
The funny thing is, the NPCs are probably doing a little bit more damage than I am.
Scanner's clean. I've got nothing.
Is that Antonio?
Hostiles.
I wonder.
Shows no bandits. All clear here.
Shield failed. Incoming missile.
Oh.
Incoming missile.
I have one in my sights. Taking a shot.
Yeah, seriously, he is going to shield run,
Restored.
and he is going to outlast me at some point.
I have one in my sights. Taking a shot. I have one in my sights. Taking a shot. I've got a bandit in my sights. Lining up hostile.
Incoming missile.
Homing in on bandit.
Uh,
I've got a visual on hostile target.
this time he's taking a little bit more risk. He actually did have to regen.
I have one in my sights. Taking a shot.
Incoming missile. Shield restored. Shield failed.
I've got a
Incoming
visual
missile.
on hostile target. Lining him up.
These things do not fire straight up, though.
I've got a visual on hostile target. Lining him up.
Shield restored.
I have one in my sights. Taking a shot.
Shield failed. Incoming missile.
I have one in my sights. Taking a shot.
Incoming missile. Shield restored.
Looks like he's actually fighting for real this time. There we go, finally hit him with the missiles, at least.
Incoming missile.
Lining up hostile.
Shield failed. Incoming missile.
I have one in my sights. Taking a shot.
Incoming missile. Shield restored.
I've got a visual on hostile target.
Incoming missile. Shield
There we go.
failed.
Just
Incoming
keep
missile.
mining yourself.
Restored.
Trying to help you. Got visual on hostile.
I hope this guy's not firing cruiser missiles, at least.
Shield failed. Incoming missile.
I have one in my sights. Taking a shot.
Incoming missile.
Homing in on.
Shield restored. Scanning.
Got a visual on
Target.
hostile target. Lining,
Now he's slowly taking damage.
lining up hostile.
Shield failed. Incoming missile.
There we go.
I've got a visual on hostile target. Lining him up.
Incoming missile. Incoming missile. Shield restored.
Homing in on bandit. Liberty Police.
Shield
Overcon.
failed.
Give me a hand over
Incoming
here, will
missile.
you? I copy. Hold on, I'm coming to you. I've got a bandit in my sights.
Shield restored. Incoming missile.
That cap is actually shooting NPCs, which is not helping.
Incoming missile. Shield failed.
I have one in my
Incoming
sights.
missile.
Taking a shot.
Incoming missile. Turret.
Whoa! That was actually... Did I...
Restored.
No, Minirazors are fine. That's good.
I've got a visual on hostile target.
Okay, that's it. I can't use any more
Shield restored.
missiles.
Incoming missile. Incoming missile. Shield failed. Incoming missile.
If only it was a better pilot than I am right now.
Restored. Shield failed. Incoming missile.
Oh my god, this thing is out-turning me as I'm standing still. That is actually pretty good.
Shield restored. Incoming missile. Shield failed. Gun lost.
There we go. This actually is pretty bad because
Incoming missile.
now I only have razors.
Incoming missile. Shield restored.
The razor is now my only source of damage.
Shield failed. Incoming missile. Incoming missile. Incoming missile. Mine dropper lost. Incoming missile. Shield restored. Shield failed. Incoming missile.
I picked my target. Closing in.
Incoming missile. Shield restored. Incoming missile.
Target in my sights.
I kind of run out of...
Shield failed. Incoming missile.
Enemy target in my sights.
Shield restored. Incoming missile.
Weapons are ready. I see my target.
Shield failed. Incoming missile.
Target is prime and I'm ready.
Fuck.
Incoming missile. Incoming missile. Shield restored. Shield failed. Incoming missile. Incoming missile. Incoming missile. Shield restored.
Fuck.
Target is prime and I'm ready.
Now that I have no mines or any guns left, this guy can just hug my ass.
Failed.
I've got a visual on the enemy.
Incoming missile. Shield restored. Shield failed.
I've got a visual on the enemy. Target is prime and I'm ready.
Wait, do I only have one mini razor? No, I have two. Why isn't the other one shooting then?
Shield restored. Incoming missile. Shield failed.
Weapons are ready. I see my target. Weapons are ready.
Shield restored.
Target.
Why is only one of them firing though?
Shield failed.
To my target. Closing in.
Incoming missile. Shield restored.
I've got a visual on the enemy. Target is prime and I'm ready.
Like those nanobots are actually going to help me.
Shield failed. Shield restored.
Oh, fuck!
Failed. Incoming missile.
Shit.
Gun lost.
Okay,
Incoming missile.
now I can dock!
Hull breach imminent. Incoming missile. Shield restored. Shield failed.
Ah! Wow. And this is why the ship only has 6 in-game hours on it. Good fight.